The Last of Us Season 2 ended recently, and it went out with a bit of a whimper. A lot of people were not really satisfied with how the season ended, how it progressed, and also some of the character development. When you look at the game, there's so much different things going on and a lot of character development, but in the show, a lot of that is missing. A lot of questionable character decisions as well occurred, particularly with Ellie, played by Bella Ramsey. And as you can see from the title of this video, she's going to be the topic that we'll be discussing today. So as we all know, Bella Ramsey is the person that was chosen to play Ellie in both seasons of The Last of Us. And right from the get-go, there was a lot of split opinions on that pick. Particularly how she looked. I made an entire video talking about how I thought that she was completely miscasted, since we do have actual footage of the source material that we're being based off of, and when you completely go off the rails and choose somebody that doesn't look like them at all, to me, that does make a difference. While she did encapsulate her in Season 1, it was Season 2 that people are really starting to see that maybe she wasn't the right pick for the role. Apart from the look of Ellie not matching up, the entire sense of the character was completely lost. The character in the game goes through this roller coaster of emotion, and it really is a flat-out revenge story. So we need an actor that's going to come in and have that grittiness, to have that sort of sense of vengeance. That this isn't a happy story, this isn't something to be laughing about, this is actually extremely serious and a tale of revenge. And while Season 2 did have some of the staple points from the game, and there were some obviously emotional moments, there are several moments in the middle of the season that really didn't give off that vibe at all.
If I had a protractor, it would be a lot more accurate. Oh, I actually bought a protractor. You did? No.
Ellie's supposed to be trying to seek revenge for what happened to Joel, but there are several moments where she's laughing, having a good time. It's completely not on her mind at all, while as in the game, it's a lot more darker, and you could tell that that's something that's driving her throughout the story. I'm sure you've seen some memes that showcase it being more of a comedy rather than what it's supposed to be, which is a dark, realistic zombie survival sort of show. But to get to the actual topic of the video, and I want to discuss Bella Ramsey and some of the hate that I've been seeing go towards her direction. So this graphic I saw on social media the other day, it says Bella Ramsey's now the most hated actor in Hollywood. Now, obviously when I see stuff like this, I automatically presume that it's clickbait. Obviously she's not the most hated actor in Hollywood. I can name 2-3 more people that probably are a lot more hated than she is, but it really got me wondering, you know, the hatred that is being sent in her direction. While I did have my own criticisms, and I do feel like there are moments where she didn't really act that great in Season 2 and doesn't look like the character at all, what I've been really seeing, as funny as it may be in some circles or in some circumstances, the hate towards her portrayal as Ellie is completely misplaced. I think that we all need to be looking at the writers, at the directors, at the casting crew, and everyone that was in charge of putting this all together and writing the character of Ellie in the way that they did. It's really up to the directors and the writers to really craft this character for the small screen, for TV, because we have an actual tangible example with the game and we know how the character is. So when it goes to the TV, we have all these people behind the scenes completely massacring the story, completely massacring the character. As far as Bella Ramsey is concerned, she's just playing the role. And people are really going for the way she looks and jabbing at the show with that sort of angle, but it's completely misplaced. And while, yes, I've seen plenty of comments saying what I'm saying, which is completely criticizing the creators of the show, Neil Druckmann, and his questionable and pretty bad leadership, honestly, on this whole project. Instead of pointing it at those people, I see a majority comments, really just going for her, you know, saying the chopped of us and other stuff like that. And it's misplaced. I honestly don't think, in terms of just ethically speaking, you know, going for Bella Ramsey here, while you may completely disagree with her as a casting choice, while you may disagree with her performance, or you may not have liked her performance in it, at the end of the day, she is just doing her job, in a sense. It's objective whether or not she maybe had some input into it. I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. No one really knows. There are instances where actors are given some free reign creatively, or creative freedom to do what they want with the character. So we don't know if that's going on here. But I can tell you right now, there is a script somewhere. Someone wrote the script, and I don't think it was Bella Ramsey. And you could see that they are making the character say some of the stuff they say, and that was not in the game. And if it is in the game, then it's the director's fault now, because it's supposed to be the director telling Bella Ramsey, don't do it like that. Don't smile during that scene. Don't be laughing. This isn't fun. You're supposed to be, heartbroken. You're supposed to be more angry than anything. Giving the actor direction like they're supposed to be doing to craft it so it's accurate to the character and developed like it's supposed to. But that doesn't seem to be happening in this show, at least in the latter half of season 2. So while I have my own main criticisms of Bella Ramsey and obviously her casting in it, at the end of the day, she really is just doing her job, and I don't think the ridicule going for somebody's looks, to me, this is my own personal opinion on it, and listen, I'm not soft, I'm not prude by any means, I laugh at some diabolical things, alright, but going for somebody's looks just when they're doing their own job, to me, will always be a low blow. It's cheap humor, and it's more mean-spirited rather than humorous. Now, make fun of her acting all you want, but yeah, that's just my own opinion on the matter, and that's when I say that in the defense of her, she really is just doing the job, and it's really on the writers, it's really on the casting directors, it's really on the producers, all these people behind the scenes, just letting these people run rampant and do whatever they want with the source material. And I don't know what they plan on doing next. They're going to do another 2 seasons, I believe, and there's only 2 games, so I don't particularly know. They're obviously going to continue the rest of The Last of Us Part 2, the game. They're going to continue that story until the end of it, but who knows what's going to happen after that point. Are they going to start writing? God knows what kind of crazy things they're going to be writing into this story and pushing all these extra agendas in there. Who knows? You never know what's going to happen with the show, but it's really been a disappointment, honestly, because this was one of the most anticipated seasons. Season 1 was overall a success, minus a few episodes, and really was a pretty faithful adaptation, showing that even though Bella Ramsey didn't particularly look like the character in the game, she still was able to pull off at least the mannerisms and the actual acting and how she sounded. That's the one thing that I will give her props for, She's a pretty decent actor, and she does do a pretty good Ellie in the first season, at least. I feel like it's in season 2 where things kind of start to lose their charm, especially when things get a lot more serious and it's not as playful. There are moments, but obviously it's a lot more gritty and darker, the story. And when you have Ellie just acting like that, or Bella Ramsey, there are moments where I was genuinely saying she's not acting good, so she kind of lost it in the second season. But I personally didn't think she was terrible in season 1, so I give her credit there. I give her props as well. But in her defense, again, let's judge the writers, let's judge the people in the background, because at the end of the day, those are the people that it falls on. Those are the people that make the final call on what you see, and this includes everyone in charge: producers, directors, writers, etc., you name it, they are in charge of all this. So I think that the Bella Ramsey hate train should sort of back up a little bit, and I'm not saying HBO hate train, not all of HBO, but yeah, it should be directed more towards HBO as an organization and the people that work there or worked on the project, and there's a lot of people that enjoyed season 2, but the majority of people that like the game and want it to be faithful were pretty disappointed, and you could tell in the scores they lost about 55% of their viewership, in the last half of the season. So not really a good look, and a shared sentiment in that case. But let me know below, this is just an opinion piece. Let me know below what you think. Do you disagree? Do you think she deserves the hate? Let me know below. I'd love to hear it, and please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date with the latest videos just like this.